Good morning. Hope you're doing well. This is our Wednesday lesson. We're going to finish up the central nervous system today and talk about that a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of a short lesson because we finished most of it yesterday. But we did begin talking about the central nervous system yesterday. And we talked about the parts of the brain, which were, of course, we talked about the cerebrum, which is a very important part of our brain. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. So when you think of a brain, that's what you think of. Remember, it's divided into two parts called hemispheres. It is most responsible for controlling conscious activities, such as walking and writing and those kinds of things. Review those sections if you want to. And then cerebellum is the part of the brain that's kind of tucked up underneath the cerebrum. Notice that it's protected, isn't it? And it is protected because it is very important. It is your motor control center. It is very important that they work together with the cerebrum so that together they work well. Now, the brainstem, that was another important part that we talked about yesterday. And notice how it's tucked up even more into the brain, allowing it to be protected because really, this is very, very important part of the brain. And when it's damaged, blood pressure is affected, how your heart beats, all these are controlled by that inner brain stem. Okay, waking and sleeping patterns are controlled by the brain stem. So today we're going to go on to the next part, which is the spinal cord. Now, when I say spinal cord, I'm talking about the part of the nervous system that extends down your back and relays messages between your brain and the rest of your body. Now, to the right, I have a picture of a spinal column. This is the vertebrae. You'll see the skull, cervical vertebrae, thoracic vertebrae, lumbar vertebrae, sacrum vertebrae. These are corresponding to page 335. You'll see the nerves that are within this vertebrae. Your vertebrae actually protects your spinal cord. And so they correspond. The vertebrae corresponds to the name of the nerves that you would find there, okay? The first is the cervical nerves. Cervical nerves control your diaphragm, how you breathe, how you lift your arms, how you bend your elbows, how you move your hands and your fingers. So that's all controlled in the first few parts of your body. The next is the thoracic nerves, which is protected by the thoracic vertebrae. Moves your hands and fingers, controls your chest and your abdominal muscles. Notice the lumbar muscles. This controls your hips, your knee and ankle muscles and toe muscles. And then the sacral nerves at the bottom. Sacrum is protected by the sacrum. These control leg movements, toes, bladder. Ooh, that would be bad to have a problem there. You've heard of people being paralyzed. Well, whatever section of their spinal cord was damaged from that point down would be where the person would lack that use of that part of their body. So it's very important that we be very careful and we take care of ourselves and that we don't damage our spinal cord because it is very, very critical. All right. So very important. All the nerves running in and out of the the vertebrae are your spinal cord. Now the spinal cord is protected by your vertebral column, which I had mentioned just a moment ago, which corresponds also to the names of the cords, tongue-tied. The nerves correspond to the section of the vertebrae, so they have the same similar name. Spinal nerves goes to various parts of the body, which we just discussed a moment ago, but very, very important that we take care and protect. Finishes up our central nervous system. We will pick up here. I'll give you your assignment in Google Classroom, and I hope you have a really great day. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the senses, the eyes and the ears, and those kinds of things. Okay? All right. Look for a quiz coming soon on section 16B, probably a little bit toward the end of the week. Okay? Love you, miss you. Have a great day.